It's often said that police work is 99% routine and 1% pure terror. You never know when a routine call-out will turn into a life or death situation. And when it does, that's when your instincts and training really kick in. For West Midlands PCs Ray and Jahan and Kurt Fardenhauer, their regular patrol through the streets of Coventry started like any other.
We had our team briefing, as we usually do. I was double crewed with, so I was partnering up with my colleague, PC Ray Jahan. As we're driving down, we've seen smoke and flames in an upstairs right window.
Normally when we come across a house fire, we'd call the fire brigade and wait for them to arrive, but we were both quite concerned that somebody may well be trapped, and by the time the fire brigade got there, the person inside may not survive.
The fire brigade was coming, but still minutes away. Instinctively and without any thought for their own safety, the PCs dashed towards the burning building.
Anybody there, police? As we've opened the door, we've been greeted by thick grey smoke. I've not seen smoke like that before. Police!
At that time we didn't even think about any burns, about suffering any smoke inhalation or anything that was going to happen to us. Maybe it was just an adrenaline rush and we just needed to do what we had to do.
Hello! Anyone there? We shouted police several times. Police! And then we heard a noise coming from the left-hand side, which was the stairway.
When we got a bit closer, I could see this bloke stumbling down the stairs. He was clearly disorientated. He just couldn't see where he was going or didn't know what he was doing. The thought that went through my head was, what are we going to do if there's somebody else upstairs? Because there's quite a lot of fire up there and the smoke's very thick.
There was no time to lose. Toxic smoke kills more people in house fires than the fire itself. Every second of exposure put Ray and Kurt at risk of losing consciousness and even being killed. The courageous cops needed to get the man out fast.
Ray took one arm, I took the other arm. We didn't know the full layout of the building, so we got him down the stairs, we took him out the front of the house and a safe distance away from the house, which was across the road.
Ray and Kurt got the man out in the nick of time.
It was quite evident that he was suffering from smoke inhalation. We asked this chap whether there was anybody else in the address.
Anybody else there? Dirty cats! The dogs!
He told us there were 2 dogs, but we still weren't convinced there's nobody else in there. He was quite clearly disorientated.
Then, in an extraordinary act of courage, the PCs decided to go in again and check for more people, even though the blaze was getting fiercer.
The smoke was clearly getting thicker. It was very hot inside.
Come on!
So we sort of went in slowly together and obviously ushered the dogs out, and to be fair, I think they were quite keen to get out of the property, so that assisted us greatly.
We came back out and asked him if there was anybody else in the address.
Anyone else? No.
At which point he told us his pet bird was inside.
By this point, the fire was raging out of control. The house might collapse at any moment.
Take a deep breath.
But going way beyond the call of duty, Ray and Kurt ignored the danger and made a split-second decision to go back into the house one last time.
There were obviously windows were smashing, and the room in which the bird was in was a room directly under where we initially seen the flames. So I was conscious of the ceiling of that room and the flooring of the room above, where the fire started collapsing.
Moments later, the fire brigade arrived. The whole rescue had only taken 7 minutes.
If the structure became more unstable, I think perhaps we want to go out. I don't think myself, Ray, my colleague, or the gentleman, certainly the pets, want to go out, I don't think. So I think we were quite lucky. I think somebody was looking down on us on that day.
Looking back at things now, it could have ended bad for us. We could have died. We may not have made it out of that house. But at the time, I didn't think of it like that, and I'm sure if the situation happens again, we'd go and do it again.
There's no doubt their courageous actions that day saved a man's life.
I think if we hadn't been passing at the time we did and saw the fire when we did, I think it's questionable whether the man would have got out.
According to the ambulance, a few more minutes and he wouldn't have made it.
Astonishingly, when the drama was over, Kurt and Rayhan just carried on with the rest of their shift. They were both incredibly lucky to escape without injury, and for their part in saving a man's life, they've both been nominated for a Chief Constable's Commendation.